gather around, and I'll tell you a tale of the day our Grand Ruler, Supreme Queen, Her Majesty, Ruler of the Sun, Princess Celestia, was almost overthrown by her own pupil. Oh yes, I know it sounds shocking, but it truly happened. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Now, before we get to Twilight's rebellion, we must first go back further, to a time before her plans were made. The day is November 10th. Twilight Sparkle is 18 years old. Spike is 10. They've lived at the Canterlot Palace for over a decade, ever since Twilight was accepted as Celestia's student. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and Twilight is preparing for the holiday.
Hey, you awake?
Yeah, come in.
Cool, I thought you'd still be asleep.
What? Spike, you know I can't understand that Badlands speak.
Ha ha, Jesus. Has anyone ever told you how fucking funny you are?
What do you want, dude?
Will you walk me to the park?
Ugh.
Come on, Twilight, stop being such a lazy butt. What are you doing anyway?
I'm making a collage.
Well, that's lame. Why?
It's for Thanksgiving, dork. And I was gonna go to Mom and Dad's to grab some more pictures for it, but since it's so lame, I guess I'll just forget about it. Oh well, we can always go to the park another day.
No, it's not lame. It's super cool.
No, it isn't. But I thought it might be sweet.
So, can we...
Yeah, go grab your stuff. I'll drop you off while I grab those pictures.
Awesome!
Spike grabbed his basketball, and the duo began their journey through the streets of Canterlot.
Spike, knock it off before you lose it.
I'm not gonna lose it. Not everyone's as uncoordinated as you, Twy.
Can you even make a basket? Aren't you too stubby for this sport?
Shit, you ain't even seen my hook shot.
Calm down there, Jabbar. If I'm so uncoordinated, I guess I can't do this, huh?
Hey, give it back!
Take it back.
Damn it!
How the hell you think you're gonna play professionally anyway? You ain't even Zebra.
Larry Bird did it!
Larry Bird is a... Ah! Well, don't just stand there. Get it.
Does this belong to you?
Oh, God, not this asshole again.
So hostile, Twilight. But why?
You know why.
Fiora Celestia has ruled Equestria single-hoofedly for over 1,000 years. Perhaps it's time we tried running the country a bit differently.
And who would be the ones to run it? You guys? Please.
Whoever wishes to step up may step up. Our goal is merely to get the white mare out of power.
The Queen is doing a fine job.
By our standards, though our country has never known another ruler. Please do not misinterpret my intentions, Twilight. I do not believe the monarchy is a bad thing. No, I just feel that it's run its course.
What do you mean?
Even the former Griffin Empire has evolved into a federal republic, and no one can deny how much better off they are for it.
Spike, don't talk to this dickhead. Him and his entire party are full of shit. Come on.
Wait!
We're not listening!
Don't you want your bowl?
Thanks.
Weirdos.
They're always really nice when we talk to them.
Duh, they're nice to us. That's so we don't complain to Celestia and get their asses busted.
It's not illegal to protest, is it?
It is if you're bothering pedestrians, and I feel pretty damn bothered right now, so there.
Whatever. Hey, Mom and Dad shouldn't be home right now, right?
That's the idea. This collage thing is supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're here. It's not gonna take me long to get my stuff, so you've got like an hour before I get back.
All right.
Spike played. Twilight led herself into her parents' home. Eventually, her search led her into the attic.
Oh my god! How can it be so fucking hot in here? It's fall! Ow! Chair Bear! I thought I lost you!
Hello, I'm Cheer Bear. I like to play with you.
Ugh. I'll come back for you when I have some fresh batteries. Ooh, that's a neat looking trunk. Padlock? Ugh, damn it. Mom? Dad? You guys are still gone, right? Let's see what's in here. Sweet. I knew there had to be more pictures up here. Now, what are these of? Whoa, is this Mom and Dad's wedding? I've never seen these before. This is perfect. What else we've got? Hey, a birth certificate? My birth certificate. Kick fucking ass. I've never seen this either. The City of Canterlot, Department of Public Health, Certificate of Live Birth, Twilight Thaddeus Sparkle, female, single birth, January 5th, blah, blah, blah. Biological father, it's blank? That's weird. Biological mother. Mom's name's here. Huh, wonder if they know that Dad's not on this. Shining Armor Certificate, perfect. Let's see. Biological father, Nightlight. Biological mother. What the fuck? Both their names are here. That's weird. Dad's name isn't on my birth certificate, but it's on Shining's. And he came first. I've seen my baby pictures. I know they weren't split up when I was born. Maybe Dad was busy doing Royal Guard stuff? I better call Mom.
Twilight?
Hey, so I stopped by the house to get something, and I was looking through the attic, and then...
Why were you in the attic?
Well, I was making something for our Thanksgiving, and I opened this trunk up,
Trunk?
and...
What trunk? My trunk? The locked trunk?
Yeah, well...
How did you open the trunk?
I was looking for pictures.
How did you open the trunk?
I broke it, but I thought it'd be okay because it was all dusty and stuff, and it looked like you guys hadn't been up there in a really long time.
Why didn't you wait for me or Dad to get home? We would have gladly opened it for you.
The thing I was doing, it was supposed to be a surprise. I didn't want to ruin it.
So you broke my chest?
I'm really sorry, Mom. I was excited.
Twilight, why are you calling?
Well, I was looking through the thing, and I found my birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was weird because Dad's name wasn't on it. And then I found Shining's, and Dad's name is on that one. I was wondering why that is. Mom?
Is Spike with you?
No, I dropped him off at the park that's on the way. Why?
We're coming home.
We're?
Yes. Your father and I need to talk to you.
Why? What's up?
I'm gonna pick up Spike, okay? We'll be there soon. Don't leave.
I won't. Why? What's up, Mom? What's going on?
We'll be there soon.
Wait, what's going on? Mom! What the fuck is going on?
Knock, knock.
Shining!
Hey, big guy. I heard you two had a bad day.
Mom told you?
Yeah, she called me. Then Celestia stopped me. Said Twilight wouldn't talk to her.
Well, Celestia's been acting weird lately anyway, and Twilight wasn't in the mood to deal with her today.
Weird. How so?
It's hard to explain. Do you remember when you told me that the only reason you should wait a month for something is if the chick you like is 17 and 11 months old?
Yeah?
That kind of weird.
What? No way. Celestia wouldn't do that.
She's been doing it.
She's probably just messing with you two. You know how fucked up Celestia's sense of humor can be.
Maybe.
How about you, big guy? Are you okay?
Oh yeah. It's not like there was any hiding I'm adopted.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Hey, have you eaten yet? You want to get some food?
Yeah!
Then get ready. I'm gonna go talk to Twilight and the three of us can go.
Go away!
I'm coming in.
Get out of my fucking room, Shining.
Come on, kid. Don't be like that. It's okay to be sad.
I'm not sad. I'm mad.
Ah, my mistake.
They lied to me. They've been lying to me.
I'm sure they meant to tell you sooner.
And you! I can't believe you!
What did I do?
Don't play dumb. You were like 15 when I was born. You had to know what happened and you lied to me just like they did.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just the big brother. It was Mom and Dad's place to tell you, not mine. Besides, I thought you already knew.
Well, I didn't.
What exactly did they tell you anyway?
They didn't tell me shit! They won't even give me his name. My biological father's.
Did you want to meet him or something?
Of course I wanted to meet him. I bet we'd have more in common than me and Nightlight.
Hey, Dad's still Dad. That hasn't changed.
I knew you wouldn't understand. You and him are like best fucking friends.
Dad loves you, Twilight.
He has a funny way of showing it. They could have at least given me his name.
If I knew anything, I would tell you, kid, but that was Mom and Dad's business. I don't know anything about the guy either.
Apparently, he's dead.
Dead?
Mm-hmm. When I was 13, he passed away. 13. That's 13 years they had to tell me the truth, and they pissed it away. Our talk today was such a fucking waste. Hey, Twilight, it's a shame you found your birth certificate. We were hoping just to lie to you for your entire life, but oh well. We don't have a picture or anything. Hell, we're not even gonna give you a name. Also, he's fucking dead. Fuck you! Sorry you didn't see him, but I'm glad we talked. Ugh, I hate them.
You don't mean that.
I'm not their favorite child like you are. They don't even like me and Spike.
Mom and Dad love you both. I bet some food would cheer you up.
I could eat.
I bet you could. Come on, there's a new place that just opened up. I'll buy you a beer.
Can't. Celestia took my fake ID.
Twilight, I'm a second-generation captain of the Canterlot Royal Guard. If I want to buy my little sister a drink, I'll buy my little sister a drink. Anyway, you're almost 19. No one gives a shit.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I know it hurts, kid, but it's not going to last forever. You'll feel better before you know it.
I hope you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Shining was confident, but the shock of her true heritage was so great that it shook Twilight to the core. All of the next day and into the weeks that followed, Twilight's mind was plagued by her new reality. Suddenly, her little problems became big ones, and her frustration grew. It was at that time that young Twilight Sparkle paid a visit to a certain unassuming office, operated by a certain unassuming group of disgruntled ponies.
If you don't know the password, I can't let you in. Sorry, Missy.
But I already know who you ponies are. If I wanted to make problems, I would have done it. Just let me talk to Cold Harvest.
You gotta know the password. No exceptions.
What's her name?
I don't know, some purple unicorn. She wants to talk to Cold Harvest.
Find out her name.
What's your name, Missy?
Twilight Sparkle.
Says her name is Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight, you idiot, let her in.
Sorry, I didn't think it... hold up, just a sec. Sorry about that. This time will take you to talk with Mr. Harvest.
Ah, Twilight. To what do I owe this surprise?
I was in the area and I wanted your advice on something.
Stopped in for a bit of counsel? I'm surprised. There wasn't anyone at home you could talk to?
Not really. I talked to Celestia, but, no. I really doubt she'd understand.
What about your family? Couldn't you talk to them?
No, considering they're the problem.
I see. Why don't you have a seat? I know all about family troubles. Growing up, my family was quite problematic.
Really?
Oh, yes. My father abandoned me and my mother when I was a boy. He made a bit of an effort to stay in touch. He used to send a few bits and a card for my birthdays, but I never really understood him then. I suppose I never will.
That's so sad.
It is what it is. I have a few memories of him, but in the end, they don't amount to much.
I'm sure they amounted to more than what I have. My dad's dead.
Nightlight has passed?
No, not Nightlight. Nightlight isn't my dad.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, well, neither was I.
I assume that's what you're here to talk about.
No, I'm tired of talking about that. I wanted to talk to you about Celestia.
The Fuhrer?
Yeah, she's been so weird lately. It got me thinking, maybe I should hear your side of the argument.
Well, this is a delightful surprise then. I'm glad you decided to give our cause a chance.
As Twilight and Cold Harvest talked, Twilight felt, for the first time in weeks, that she could trust some pony. Time passed. As it did, rumors spread. In the darkest corners of Canterlot, there were whispers that the Queen's own protege had taken up cause against her. When Celestia finally heard these rumors, action was taken. It was March 8th.
Oh, Twilight, I'm glad I caught you.
Yes, Princess?
I've been meaning to talk to you for 2 days. My schedule has just been so busy. But I figured it could wait because, well, of course, I don't believe it at all, but, some ponies have been talking, and some of them seem to be quite convinced that you've been spending some time with a Mr. Cold Harvest.
Cold Harvest? Isn't that the guy behind that anti-you party?
Yes, silly, I know. But you haven't been in his company, have you?
Ma'am, of course not. I would never so blatantly disrespect you.
Oh, it would be fine if you had, dear. After all, our views may clash, but Cold is a very intelligent stallion, not someone to hold with little regard.
That's cool, but it don't help me none. I've only ever seen the dude on the street, and even then, we never spoke.
I see. You've never even spoken with him then?
I'd tell you if I had.
Well, that's a relief to hear. It's been a while since you and I have had a chance to spend any time together, and I know how hard these last few months have been on you. But I am here if you ever need me.
I appreciate that very much, Princess.
Wonderful. I know that your parents refuse to discuss the matter much right now, but perhaps when I get time, when you're ready, I could tell you a little bit more about your father. Maybe introduce you to him, if you desired.
Introduce? How could you do that? They said he was dead.
Honey, it's a little more complicated than that.
And why do you know? Mom and Dad said they were the only ones who knew him. They lied to me again, didn't they?
Twilight, sweetie, it's not.
No. I don't need an explanation. I understand. I know exactly what's going on.
What does that mean, Twilight?
Nothing. It doesn't matter. I'm going out. I'll see you later.
Twilight, wait. I'm sorry you found out this way.
So am I.
Yes? What? Slow down, Twilight, what? No, I'm not busy. Sure, I'll be right there. Where are you? Oh, no, there's no need to worry, Twilight. I'll be right there. I'm leaving right now. I'll see you soon.
You don't understand. I'm only here for...
I'm sorry, sir. I can't let
If
you
you
into
just...
the
Twilight! There you are, Twilight!
Sir!
What's that all about?
Yes, well, I know you sensed some hesitation from me when we spoke on the phone. This is why. The owner of this particular restaurant and I have conflicting views. He knows how I feel, and I know how much he supports Celestia. We're not welcome here, Twilight.
Never mind that. Celestia knows, Cold. She knows we've been talking.
And you confirmed this?
No, I've told her I've never talked to you.
Interesting. It seems that we are in a very interesting predicament.
You! I told you not to let me catch you hanging around here, you fucking nut! You got about 5 seconds to get the fuck out of here before I call the cops.
Hey, come on, sir. Can't you give us a moment? I'm talking to my friend. Give her time to finish her water at least.
She can finish her drink, but then you two needs to get the fuck out of here, got it?
Of course. Thank you, sir.
And no refills.
Yes, thank you.
You shouldn't let him talk to you like that.
It's fine, dear.
No, it's not. Fuck that shit. And fuck that guy. He don't like your views? Well, too damn bad. You're minding your own business. We're not bothering anyone. Fuck him.
It is unwise to engage in a battle not worth fighting, Twilight.
Not worth fighting? Well, why not? What do we have to lose against him? That grouchy bum can't push us around unless we let him. If you want to take down Celestia, you can't do it while you're taking shit from punks like him.
That is true. But you need to know when to pick your battles. Being able to dine at this establishment is not a good way to expend my energy. The food here's atrocious anyway.
But you're letting this fucker punk you. Don't let him make you his bitch.
If he is making me his bitch, it's because I'm allowing him to do so. I promise you, Twilight, there is nothing to be gained from engaging in this battle.
Bro, that's even worse. We have a fucking army. Did you forget that? Are you not confident in your troops?
I have great faith that they can accomplish any task that I give them.
Then why are you not utilizing them? These ponies have been prepared to fight for you since... God, I don't even know! How long?
It has been a while.
Then when are you gonna do something? It sucks if you miss a shot, but never fucking taking it is worse.
I simply want to move at the right time. Now may not be the right time.
Then it'll never be the right time. Cold, at some point, you just gotta fucking do it. Don't pull out a fucking gun if you're not gonna fire it.
You raise a good point.
And I already ordered. I'm waiting here until I get my food, and then I'm gonna eat it, and there's not a goddamn thing he can do about it.
You're right, Twilight. If we want this country under our control, it is time we step up and show this city that we have the bite to back up our bark. Not only is the stallion not kicking me out, his restaurant is going to cater to our group tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, from now on, he and everyone like him, everyone that gave us problems, from now on they are going to be scrambling over themselves just to be the one that personally assists me.
Hell yeah!
Get comfortable, Twilight. I'll make some calls. We're going to be here for a while.
Sounds good to me.
Before I do, there is something I must ask of you.
What's up?
Will you lead us through this?
Me? Why not you?
If not for your encouragement, Twilight, I would have let him walk all over me forever. You are the Fuhrer's protege, Twilight. The best argument our side has. If we are serious about standing up now and putting everything on the line, you need to be the one who leads us through it. Now is your chance, Twilight. Act against their injustices. Lead us to prosperity.
I will. I will lead our rebellion.
Excellent. Then I shall proceed with the cause. We make our stand now.
As Twilight and Cold plotted, Celestia put her earlier encounter with her student out of her mind to focus on other, equally urgent matters. Today there was business to attend to. That evening, Celestia had set time aside to hold council with the elements of harmony.
It is very nice to see you all here on time and in good health. I trust transportation was comfortable?
Yes, Your Majesty. Everything was fine.
Excellent. Shall we begin then? I know you all must be concerned that I've summoned you again so soon. Not much time has passed since your last mission.
We were a little troubled, yes.
There is no reason to be worried, ladies. Your next assignment isn't until June. It's a short one as well. However, it will also be an important one. That is why we must go over it now. First, I'd like to ask you all a question. How much do you girls know about the pony who called herself Nightmare Moon?
Only what we learned during our training. That the histories of the elements of harmony and Nightmare Moon are intertwined. That nearly 1,000 years ago, after a pony of your court was brainwashed by the Great Deceiver, she took up arms against Canterlot and took the title Nightmare Moon. We know that the elements of harmony were created to combat her army after her rise to power. We were also told that after Nightmare Moon had surrendered and fled persecution, the elements were then used to battle the one who had originally brainwashed her.
That's not all you were told, is it?
No, ma'am. Nightmare Moon also slayed your younger sister, Luna.
That is correct. Partially. Some would argue that Nightmare Moon did kill my sister, from a certain point of view. I am not one of those that holds that view. Nightmare Moon didn't kill my sister. No. Before the Great Deceiver poisoned her mind, Nightmare Moon was my sister.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Don't be. Luna isn't gone yet. No, in fact, you are all going to help me retrieve her.
What would you have us do?
In the final days of the war, after the creation of the elements, when it became clear to Nightmare Moon that loss was imminent, she called upon the aid of a friend. When Luna and I ruled together, she lowered the sun in the evening and raised the moon. Luna loves the night, the stars, the great space between the stars, and all of the mystery that the curious infinite offers. It was through her love of the cosmos that she became very interested in a powerful artifact that we had acquired. It was through this object that she was able to communicate with creatures from far distant planets, thousands of light years beyond our own. Through these communications, she made a powerful ally, a creature that ruled an entire planet as king. This planet was far more advanced than our own. Their civilization had conquered intergalactic travel.
That's unbelievable.
Quite. As my troops moved in on Nightmare Moon's location, she called on her ally, requesting assistance. Her alien king denied her wishes of using his soldiers to help her reclaim the war, but did agree to retrieve her, to come to our planet and take her back to his kingdom where she would be protected. Before we could get to her, she had fled. leaving the very communicator that had saved her behind and destroyed beyond repair.
That's an incredibly fascinating story, Princess. Does it relate to our mission?
Yes, it does, Laughter. This year will mark the 1000th anniversary since the end of that war, and I feel that it is time my sister returned home.
If she's left the planet, how will we get to her?
She'll come to us.
Back to this planet? Back to Equestria?
Yes.
Ma'am, how could we possibly trick her into coming to us?
We won't be tricking her at all. Luna is returning of her own free will.
What makes you so sure?
Although Nightmare destroyed the original communicator when she fled, after a few years of searching, I was able to secure a second one, a sibling to our original.
Your Highness! Elements? I'm sorry to interrupt, but they're...
I believe I explicitly stated that no one was to bother us while we were talking. Or did I imagine that?
You did, but...
I did! Good. Well, then do you believe yourself to be the exception to that rule, Aberforth?
No, ma'am. But...
Whatever it is, I'm sure it can wait.
Your Majesty, you don't understand.
I will hear what you have to say when our discussion is over. Until then, I am not to be bothered.
It's twilight!
You may tell me after our meeting. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Good. Any more interruptions will not be tolerated.
Yes, ma'am.
Where were we?
You had located another communicator?
Yes, another artifact, nearly identical to the original. It had been 7 years since our civil war and the creation of the elements, and we were now able to send transmissions towards the planet Nightmare had originally communicated with. To our surprise, it was Nightmare herself who answered us. I spoke with her. During our conversations, she informed me that she was now ruling as the queen of her new planet. She had married her rescuer, and she said she was happy. She said her subjects were happy. She told me that, after her husband passed away, she intended to expand their government's territory. Most importantly, Nightmare Moon expressed her wishes not to return to Equestria. She stated that our war, hers and I's, was over. No matter how great the strength of her future empire may grow, she would not come to this land with hostile intentions. Despite my pleas, I could not convince her to return to her home. Luna was gone. There was only Nightmare Moon.
Did you ever speak with her again? Did she expand her rule?
Eventually. Over the centuries that followed, I continued to use the communicator, sending signals out to the furthest reaches of space, to whatever life form could pick it up. It wasn't long after our final conversation that my signal was received by a neighboring world of Nightmare Moon's planet. This is how we learned that her territory had grown. We also learned how loyal her subjects were and how great their fear of their queen was. I've used the life forms that answered my signal as spies ever since, until yesterday morning, when I was once again contacted by Nightmare Moon. She expressed her desire to visit her home planet during the 1000th year of her departure. Nightmare Moon has requested an armistice. She wishes to visit our old palace, where her and I originally ruled Equestria, and leave without conflict. Nightmare Moon is to land in Ponyville 3 months from now, on the evening of the summer solstice. She requested that I remain in Canterlot during the entirety of her stay.
So, this is how she'll come to us, and this is how we'll capture her. Your Majesty, may I ask a question?
You may, Loyalty.
Why do you want her back? I know she's your sister, but it's been 1,000 years since you last seen her. It sounds like she doesn't even want to see you.
Luna doesn't know what she wants. I have reliable sources informing me that Nightmare Moon's mind is still damaged.
Damaged? Still?
You must understand the condition my sister was in when she was brainwashed. When Luna and I first came to this land, it was in a state of chaos. Together, we led the United Ponies of Equestria in a long, terrible war against the primitive clans. Fighting was something 2 alicorn fillies were not prepared to do when they entered ancient Equestria, yet we were forced to do so immediately. It was difficult, especially for Luna. As the bloody early years of our reign came to an end and a more civilized age began, Luna's mind had already begun to unravel. During years that should have been a peaceful ease, she was tormented, plagued by memories of war. And then came the great deceiver. He gained our favor and then began to poison my sister's mind. He worked on her until he had her convinced her retaliation against me was her idea. not his.
And you believe her mind is still broken?
We've heard from her subjects that she is indeed mentally ill. She speaks to herself, has a short, violent temper, and suffers wild mood swings. One moment she may be serene, calm. The next, a raving lunatic.
How do you plan to capture her?
I've developed a spell, the combination of a powerful healing magic and an advanced age charm. Once cast, the spell analyzes the patient and determines the pony's ailment. If the pony is suffering from cancer, it will recognize cancer. If they're suffering from bipolar tendencies, it will pick this up from the patient's brain. After determining the ailment, the spell studies the patient further and then reverts their body to an earlier time, before whatever ails the patient began to occur. You could think of it as sort of a factory reset.
Your Highness, if your spell works the way you've described, it could revolutionize the field of medicine.
I'm well aware. Unfortunately, there is a lot wrong with attempting to return oneself to an earlier point in their life. One drawback in particular ensures that the spell is impossible to use safely.
What's that?
It performs as healing magic, but casts like a combat spell. The force that is generated by casting the spell is so great, it kills even relatively healthy ponies. I'm sure you could imagine what it would do to a weak patient. After conducting numerous tests, I've determined the spell to be too dangerous to be used practically.
You've tested the spell?
A few times. The ponies involved knew the dangers and consented, but still. We ran more tests than I'm willing to take credit for.
Understandable.
However, if the pony is strong, they can survive. Nightmare Moon is my sister, a proud alicorn mare who, like me, has only just aged past her prime. I know that she is very strong.
So your plan is to hit her with that spell when she visits Equestria?
Precisely.
And what are our parts in it?
I will need time to prepare, and for you all to keep her distracted. Nightmare Moon will land at Ponyville 3 months from now at approximately 11 p.m. I need the 5 of you to follow Nightmare Moon once she lands. If she was truthful when we spoke, and I have no reason to believe she wasn't, she will go to our original castle. There, you will subdue Nightmare Moon. Keep her occupied as long as you can. Before the confrontation is over, I will come to your aid, cast the spell, and reclaim my sister. I won't make myself known to you before the spell is cast, but rest assured I will not be far away.
Sounds dangerous.
It will be.
Will we need the elements?
I don't believe so. Nightmare Moon has already expressed her desire not to harm anyone. If she does not kill any of the Ponyville residents, then you know you have no reason to worry. And I only need you to keep her busy for a moment. Whenever I feel your lives are at too great of a risk, I'll step in.
That's a hell of a gamble.
Do you feel that you are capable of completing this mission?
Yes, ma'am. Very much so.
Good. Rest up then. You've got 3 months, after which you may look forward to a long vacation.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
The captain of the guard should be close by. If you'd like, he can arrange a journey home for you. Of course, you are all welcome to stay in the city as well. I can arrange rooms for you here in the palace.
Thank you for the offer, Your Highness, but we don't mind finding a place for ourselves.
Very well. Enjoy yourselves, Elements. I will call for another meeting prior to the mission. Take care. Now, what was so important it couldn't wait?
Celestia.
Come on. Jump, you fucking... Yeah.
Theo! Oh, Theo!
Well, Cliff, I'll admit, I'm surprised to see you here. No matter. This is as far as you go.
Theo! Your mother misses you. Come back home.
Come on, during the
Never.
cutscene.
Breaking away from that prison was the best decision I ever made.
Oh, now that hurts, Theo.
Hello?
Spike, do you know where your sister is?
Yeah, I think she's in her room.
Get her.
Okay. Twilight! Celestia's on the phone! Twilight? Oh, I guess she's not here.
When was the last time you saw her?
Last night. I guess she hasn't been here at all since I woke up.
Do you have any idea where she might be?
No. Why? What's up?
Nothing. I'll call you back, dear.
Alright.
Was she there?
No.
Then it's true.
Nothing is confirmed yet. Tell him what you told me, Aberforth.
All we know is that Cold Harvest and his group have taken up occupancy in a restaurant called the Silver Chef.
I know the place.
Several of the staff members, including the owner of the restaurant, have stated that Twilight was already waiting for Cold when he arrived, after which the two sat themselves up at one of the booths and waited for more of Cold's supporters to show up.
Twilight wouldn't do that. We just talked today. She told me she's never even spoken with Cold Harvest.
Your Majesty, let's be honest here. Twilight has always been a bit disobedient. Given the personal trauma she recently suffered, is it really so far-fetched to think that she might have found solace in Cold Harvest?
You watch your mouth.
I'm simply suggesting that perhaps...
I know what you're suggesting, Aberforth, and it's treason. If Twilight is involved with, or assisting, this coup in any way, she's facing severe criminal charges.
I know that. I'd just like to say that I think it might be a good idea to start preparing for the worst-case scenario. It's been over 4 hours since the civilians have been in the building. No one has seen Twilight since it started, and even then it was only a few ponies that claimed to. At the moment, your student being there is only a rumor. Nothing has been confirmed to the public. And if she is there, it's not too late to keep her involvement in this from getting out.
What's our current situation?
We have police on the scene, but so far it's been a relatively non-violent confrontation. There's a lot of Cold's followers inside the building, and a lot of them outside protecting it. They've also claimed to have hostages.
Do they?
Not that we can account for.
What would you have me do, Your Highness?
Nothing. We're going to keep our police force at the scene for at least another 24 hours, during which we'll continue negotiations. If we haven't made any progress by this time tomorrow, you may prepare your troops.
Yes, Princess.
And the media?
Control them. The area is too dangerous. I want it blocked off. No one without a badge is to be within 100 yards of the building. Furthermore, I want you to organize a press conference for me, quickly.
What will you say?
That we have the situation under control. I don't want any speculation. Nothing is confirmed until it's confirmed.
You're trying to protect Twilight.
No, I'm trying to deal with this in a private manner. If Twilight is involved, I will see that she is disciplined. I do not wish to put our dirty laundry on display for the entire country to see.
Yes, Your Majesty. If you'd like, I can have the conference ready in an hour.
See that you do. Twilight, what are you doing?
Your phone is going off.
I know.
Why don't you silence it?
I like the sound.
You're afraid.
I know.
There's no reason to be.
I know! Jesus! Will you cut me some fucking slack? Sorry if I'm a little nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
We've counted less than 100 officers in the area. Our numbers are much greater, and we're armed. You need to relax.
I'm fine. God damn it!
Shh, calm down. Your subordinates are looking to you for strength. You must not falter.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to stay strong when you've realized that you are completely fucked.
Twilight, don't say that.
It's true. We can't win like this.
As long as we hold our position, the entire department can't stop us.
I'm not worried about the cops, Cold. It's the military we need to think about. Sooner or later, Celestia is going to send in her troops, and then it's over. These aren't some 2-bit rent-a-cops. They are the real motherfucking deal. It's only a matter of time before she sends them, Cold, and then they are going to kill us. Jesus, fuck!
Calm down. Look, if we need to retreat, we can. Our members on the outside can create a distraction nearby. Burn down a building or something.
No, we're not retreating. We've gone this far, we're following through.
You mean to combat the White Mare's military, then?
No, that's suicide. I've got a better plan. We're gonna take out Celestia. Is our line with the negotiator still open?
Yes.
Tell him we want her. Tell him that she can bring all the bodyguards and soldiers she wants, but we need to get her into this building to meet for some negotiations. Once she's here, we'll attack. We'll capture Celestia, kill her if necessary. Celestia is the key, Cold. They all look to her for guidance. When Celestia falls, Equestria will crumble. After that, we can rebuild. But nothing can happen until Celestia is at our mercy.
Not bad. Though there is an aspect of your plan that concerns me.
You think she's too powerful to be brought down.
Celestia's not your typical politician or regal figure. She did not purchase her crown, nor did she inherit it. No, she bled to obtain the authority she has today. Even with all of us, a few well-aimed bursts of energy from her horn may be more than enough to put our revolution to an end.
I am her pupil, her student. Have you forgotten that?
I have not.
I've spent 4 years being trained personally by Celestia, learning some of the most powerful spells known to pony kind. I'm pretty strong myself, and I feel ready for a fight. If I can catch her off guard, I should be able to do some damage. After that, I need you all to help me. I'll come in strong and you all will follow my attack. If everyone works together, we've got this. We'll show Equestria that even their invincible alicorn goddess can be killed.
Would you like me to tell them this? Or would you prefer to address our followers?
You do it. I need to be alone.
As you wish. I shall keep you updated.
See that you do.
Twilight, it's going to be all right. I have faith in your judgment.
Thank you. I really think we can pull this off. We just need to be prepared to act. I'll join everyone again soon.
24 hours passed. Celestia kept the press at bay and listened to the demands of Cold's ponies. On March 9th at 11 p.m., the police occupying the area outside of the Silver Chef dispersed. Celestia had agreed to meet with the group. She did not go alone, though. In her company were 127 of the Royal Guard's finest soldiers, well-trained and armed to the teeth. It was midnight, March 10th, when Celestia caught first sight of the restaurant.
You see it?
Yes.
We'll be at its doors in less than 5.
Stay behind me. I'll put up a barrier. They think we're coming to talk. As soon as I blow open an entrance, take no prisoners. If they aren't surrendering, kill them. When this is over, whatever members of their little hate party are left will have no desire to fight us again. They don't know it yet, but we are their worst nightmare.
She's close.
Good. Is everyone in position?
Yes. Some of our members are concerned.
Why?
They're well armed.
Of course they are. We told them they could be. There's a lot less of them than there are of us.
They're wearing Kevlar.
I see that. You know what else I see? Their heads. Can't you? Shoot them in the fucking
They're
head.
here.
Let them in. Wait, what the fuck? Fuck! Fall back! Fall back! No! Stand and fight! Ah, no! We can't win! Scatter!
Out the back! Come on!
Suspects
I
attempting
got
to
this.
flee the Silver Chef.
Run!
Where?
Anywhere! There's an abandoned apartment complex down the street. Take the alleys and find it!
What about you?
They'll be too busy arresting me to go after you. You have time to escape. Go! You must not be arrested, Twilight. You have to finish what we started.
I will.
Godspeed. Celestia?
Where is my student?
Twilight? I'm afraid I don't...
Where is she?
I don't know.
If you don't answer my question, I'll kill you.
Hey! Who's looking for that purple unicorn? Right?
Take him inside!
Oh.
And you, where did she go?
Shit!
Twilight. Twilight Thaddeus Sparkle. I know you're in here. You get your ass out here on the double, young lady. Do you have any idea what you've done? More than a dozen of your little party members are dead. Some of my soldiers, dead. Those are ponies you know, Twilight. Those are your friends, your brother's friends.
Your reign is over, old mare.
My reign is cemented. Your rebellion's over, honey. It failed. It's time to go home.
Don't you fucking patronize me.
Patronize you? Twilight, do you not realize that the only reason you're not heading to prison right now is because I'm protecting you?
Take me to prison then. I never asked for your mercy.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Do you have a problem with me? Huh? Are you mad at me?
Yeah, I'm mad.
Since when?
Since I found out you've been lying to me.
You didn't know I was lying to you. Not when you started visiting Cold Harvest.
And that makes it okay?
No, but... Twilight, it doesn't justify this. Look at this. You've taken it too far, dear. But if you'll let me, I can help you.
I don't want your help.
Well, then you'll have to excuse me for not understanding because that is new. The Twilight I know would never decline my help.
The Twilight you knew died when she found out she was being lied to. She thought she understood our relationship. She thought she was your student and you were her teacher. That's all. Not some object of your twisted sexual desires.
I know. Sometimes things get...
I don't want to hear it. I'm so sick of you. Do you remember what you told me when I first moved into the castle? I wasn't there a day, and I accidentally knocked over one of the statues and broke it. I said I didn't know what happened, but you already knew. You told me that there's nothing worse in this life than to be a liar. You said that when you lie, you lose the faith of your loved ones. You said that if you lose the faith of your loved ones, you lose your greatest source of power. Do you remember that? Do you? Were you lying to me when you told me that? Did you know who my father was then?
Twilight.
Did you?
Yes.
I want to know about him.
Not yet.
Tell me his name.
No.
Fine.
Twilight, what are you doing? Twilight, Thaddeus, Sparkle, don't you aim your horn at me! Twilight, stop!
Your Majesty, are you all right?
Yes.
And Twilight?
Alive. Unconscious.
Are you sure you're all right? You look shaken.
I felt that.
What?
Twilight's attack. I felt it. It didn't hurt, only a little pressure, but still. I put up a barrier. I shouldn't have even felt that much.
What does it mean?
That she's strong. Stronger than I thought. Get her out of here. Lock her in her room and put guards in the hall. We need to finish cleaning up this mess.
Yes, ma'am.
In the days following the rebellion, most of the members of Cold Harvest's party were given a plea bargain. They were promised reduced sentences in exchange for information. Cold Harvest, as well as the higher-ranking members of his party, were not given this luxury, though they were still harshly interrogated. Just as Celestia predicted, her victory over the rebels was enough to strike fear into what remained of the group. Meanwhile, Twilight's involvement was successfully covered up in the media, though there were still ponies who stood by the rumors they had heard. 2 months crawled by before the last of the incident was heard. A few days after that, Celestia invited Twilight and Spike to join her for dinner.
Spike? Twilight? I'm very glad you could join me.
Yeah, well, it's not like I was doing much anyway, was I?
How does it look? I had to prepare that macaroni you like so much. Do you remember telling me how much you liked it?
That was like 3 years ago.
I suppose it was. It doesn't seem that long ago, though, does it? I remember it like it was yesterday. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Like what?
I don't know. It seemed like you had a lot on your mind the last time we spoke. I was wondering if there was still anything you wanted to maybe talk about with me. Now would be a good time, don't you think?
Sure. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Very well. Spike, is there anything you'd like to talk about?
Food's good.
What's my dad's name?
Twilight. Pop-Tart. Not now, okay? I'd need to talk to your parents before I give you his name. But I can tell you a little about him if you're interested.
Why do you need to get permission from them?
Well, honey, I am your mentor, your friend. I love you, but I'm not your mother.
So? She doesn't care anyway. You can just tell me.
Your parents love you, Twilight.
Then where are they? I've only seen them once in nearly 2 months, and that was weeks ago. They came in to yell at me and tell me how disappointed they were, and then what? Nothing. They don't care.
You know that's not true.
No, I don't. May I be excused?
You're done? Already? You barely touched your meal.
I'm not hungry.
Go ahead. If you'd like, we can do this again tomorrow. We can eat whatever you like. It doesn't have to be macaroni.
Dude, she is pissed.
I can see that.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. I hope I'm not neglecting your feelings, Spike. Dealing with Twilight has my hooves full at the moment, but everything I said to her applies to you as well. If you need to talk to me, I'm here.
Thanks.
You know that I love you, don't you?
Yeah, I love you too. Hey, maybe a good way to get back on Twi's good side would be to stop trying to justify what Mom and Dad are doing.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like Twilight said, even after all that stuff happened, they only dropped by once. Shining Armor visits us like every day, and I don't know. I'd just stop with the whole your parents love you thing.
Spike, you don't share Twilight's views, do you? You know that Nightlight and Twilight Velvet love you like their own flesh and blood.
Yeah, well, I'm young, but I'm not like an idiot, you know? I see the way they treat Shining, and I see the way they treat me and Twilight. You'd have to be blind not to see what's up. They don't like us.
Spike, that is not true.
Yeah, it is. Dude, for Twilight to get any attention from them, she has to lead a freaking rebellion. And even then, it's only worth one visit.
I won't hear any more of this. Do you understand? Your parents love you. End of discussion. If your anger prevents you from seeing that, then perhaps we should seek some assistance. Maybe the 5 of you need to work through this with a professional?
I knew you wouldn't understand.
And why is that?
You're talking about parenting and Mom and Dad's love, but you give up your kids.
Spike! You know very well that I do not give up my children.
Well, that's just the nicest way I could think of putting it. What would you call it?
I bear a foal every 20 years, so that at least one healthy heir is always in line for the crown. My lifespan may be great, but it is not eternal. If ever I was to be killed, one of my children will take my place. I make sure all of my foals have wonderful homes, and I continue to support them for as long as they may live. You know this.
Still seems pretty weird to me for a mom to just be able to part ways with her kids like that.
What other option do I have? Nurture them? Raise them? Love them and be a part of their lives? How can I grow attached to a child that will pass away centuries before I do? There are no male alicorn in this land. Without one, an alicorn offspring cannot be achieved. My life is long. Theirs is not.
Whatever.
Don't you take that tone with me.
Or what? You'll ground me like Twilight?
That's exactly what I'll do. You go to your room.
I'm going.
I wish to be alone.
Your Majesty.
Get out! Celestia, Celestia, Celestia. What are you going to do? It's gonna be all right. We're gonna figure this out.
Later that evening, Celestia apologized to Twilight and Spike for the botched dinner. They agreed to try it again the next day, and somehow, slowly, an uneasy truce was made. Twilight stopped asking about her father, and Celestia avoided the topic altogether. Over the next few weeks, things began to return to normal. Before long, it was as though Twilight's little coup had never happened. And yet, as tensions eased, Celestia could still feel a fierce rage radiating from within Twilight. After their first disastrous dinner, Celestia vowed to find a way to fix the situation. However, the solution to her problem would not come easy. She knew that as it was, her pupil's faith in her was completely exhausted. If she wanted to get back on good terms with Twilight, she needed help, and she knew just where to get it from. On the afternoon of June 19th, of Twilight Sparkle's 19th year, less than 36 hours before Nightmare Moon's arrival in Ponyville, the elements of harmony met with Celestia once more.
I'm so glad you all could make it on such short notice. I meant to meet with you sooner, but my revisions are only just now ready.
Revisions?
To Operation Nightmare Moon. I trust you all haven't forgotten your mission.
Of course not. We're ready and raring to go.
Wonderful. That will make implementing the changes I've made to our plan all the easier. As I did the last time we spoke, I'd like to begin by asking you all a question. I'm sure you all know of the rebellion that took place in Canterlot 3 months ago?
Yeah, we'd heard.
And do you know of my students' involvement in that rebellion? Do you or do you not know of Twilight Sparkle's insubordination?
We've heard rumors, but
then you do know.
Yes, we know.
I knew you would. Twilight Sparkle is a very special young mare. The elements are aware of this, correct?
Yeah.
It's only natural, given her special nature, that the elements in her would one day cross paths.
Yes, we've discussed this before.
Tomorrow, I'm going to send Twilight to Ponyville. She is to accompany you during your mission, after which you are all to look after her during the entire duration of her stay. As you know, officially, the existence of the elements is known only to the bearers, myself, and captains of the Royal Guard. Unofficially, spouses and friends of the elements have been made aware of their existence as well. Still, the elements have managed to stay secret for centuries. Twilight knows nothing of the elements. I want to keep it that way, for now.
I don't understand. How is she going to help us capture Nightmare Moon if she doesn't even know about the elements of harmony?
I don't believe she will be assisting in capturing Nightmare Moon, but you are to take her with you just the same.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but you're not making much sense.
She's a good girl, Honesty. Very smart, very strong, but she's confused. She's bitter. Worse, she's lonely. Her life has recently undergone some very traumatic changes. I believe that it is because of this trauma that her rebellion occurred. Unintentionally, I betrayed her trust. She won't speak with me anymore, but I do not feel safe leaving her alone with her intentions unchecked. That is why I need the elements to be my connection with her.
This is a delicate operation, is it not? She'll get in the way.
She won't. Though her sight is misguided, she has proven to be a very capable leader.
Leader? What does that mean?
Calm down, Honesty.
I am calm. I think I get what you're planning, but I don't understand.
Then allow me to explain. Tomorrow, Twilight will go to Ponyville, seeking Nightmare Moon. I want you all to be waiting for her. I don't know who she may run into in Ponyville, but by the day's end, I want her to be drawn to the 5 of you.
Why would she trust us?
Because you all want the same thing that she does, and you're ready to help her achieve her goal.
And what is her goal?
All you have to do is remember 2 things. 1, Twilight doesn't know who you are or that the elements exist. And 2, she will respond to anyone who is against me. Play along with her. Twilight wants to overthrow me. If she sees that you do as well, she'll keep you close.
Pretend that we want to overthrow you? That seems so wrong.
It is necessary to avoid a greater threat in the future. I know my pupil well, Generosity. All that Twilight really wants is to feel that her voice is being heard. If you humor her, you'll be amazed at what happens.
Why do you want us to put out all this effort on someone who just tried to destroy your empire?
This situation is not as black and white as it seems, Elements. I made a mistake, and now I have to fix it.
Is it even possible to fix at this point?
Yes, but I need your help to do so. Please, Applejack, I'm coming to you not as your commander, but as a friend in need of assistance. Right now things are quiet, but in the future who knows what Twilight may try. If I could think of another way, I would, but this is the only option I see. Please, help me. I don't want to be put in a position where I have to kill my student.
Of course, we'll help you any way we can.
Thank you. I've crafted a book, one that will inform Twilight of Nightmare Moon's arrival. Tomorrow, Twilight will receive this book and a letter from someone claiming to be an old member of Cold Harvest's fallen party. The letter will direct her to the location of Ponyville's Nightmare Moon cult.
Nightmare Moon cult?
Yes. A fabrication of mine, not too terribly well thought out, but it should be enough to convince Twilight to pay a visit to Sweet Apple Acres.
Why would that make her come to my farm?
Well, it's the location of the Apple chapter of the Nightmare Moon cult, after all.
What? Celestia, I have family coming to visit. We're celebrating the solstice.
You arranged a family reunion on the day you were to capture Nightmare Moon?
They're coming during the day. By evening, I was going to be free. I can't entertain my guests and convince your student we're leading a cult.
Nonsense. If anything, this will make your job easier. Even though they aren't serving, the rest of the Apple family should be aware of their potential role as the element of honesty. If memory serves, you took that burden from one of your cousins when you joined Applejack. All you have to do is tell your family that you have a visitor coming that afternoon. Let them know that she's going to be saying a lot of strange things. Tell them that you can handle most of the talking, but that I need them to play along as well. It shouldn't be too difficult. Twilight has a short attention span. She'll leave sooner than later, and then perhaps she'll run into another one of the elements on the way to her next destination. Understand?
Yeah, but what if she runs into other ponies while exploring the town? What if she finds someone that actually wants to help her overthrow you?
Then you all need to stick out.
How do we go about sticking out?
This incarnation of the elements is particularly good at espionage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Utilize those skills. You all are an interesting bunch as it is, But if you need to, play a part. Act as exaggerated versions of yourselves. That should make you stand out.
So, we meet with Twilight, act like a bunch of insane goons that want to kill you, and then take her with us to get Nightmare Moon, all while covering up our relationship with you?
In a nutshell, yes.
And what about after, when the mission's over?
Then I will banish Twilight to Ponyville, and you all will continue to look after her.
For how long?
Until she gets better.
This really doesn't sound like a mission suited for the elements of harmony.
You'll do great. You'll see. I know Twilight well. I have a feeling she has something to gain from each of you.
If you say so.
I know how this looks, girls, but you have to trust me. She's not an evil mare. She just needs some friends. It may take a while, but as long as you humor her, she'll come around.
Forgive me for saying this, but it sounds like this plan is just doing what Twilight wants, and hoping that our unquestioning servitude will eventually make her nice.
Not at all. Twilight may look at it that way for a bit, but in actuality, you all will be working together towards a common goal. Some of the best friendships start with a group of ponies working together to achieve something.
Which in this case would be overthrowing you?
Yes. Assist Twilight in her insanity and get to know her. You don't have to serve her without question, but do help her in any way you can. If you all are kind and make an effort to understand her, in time her edges will soften and she may do the same for you. Before all is said and done, you all may truly care for each other.
We'll see. What about the break we were promised? It sounds like you intend for us to full sit her for a pretty long time.
That's not so hard though, is it? This is technically a mission, but it's one you can all do without leaving Ponyville. And it doesn't require you to shed any blood or put your lives in danger. This benefits all of you.
I guess. Is there anything else you'd like us to do?
Just one last thing, Applejack. I want you to deliver a letter to the mayor of Ponyville. Let her know that Nightmare Moon is coming. This should prevent anyone in the town from getting hurt.
Okay, let's go through this one last time. Tomorrow, Twilight will come to Ponyville and search for ponies to assist her. One of her stops should definitely be Sweet Apple Acres, but it's up to the rest of us to run into her at some point during her visit and befriend her. That night, when Nightmare Moon lands, we'll take Twilight with us to capture her, while still pretending that we too desire to overthrow you, as well as covering up our identities as the elements of harmony. Then, after you've reclaimed your sister, you will banish Twilight to Ponyville, where we will all continue to be her friends in the hopes that eventually she will straighten up and fly right?
Yes. Feel free to improvise as needed. I have full faith that you will all utilize these thin guidelines better than anyone else I know.
We'll do what we can.
Oh, loyalty. That reminds me. It is to my understanding that you have a weakness for pretty mares, correct?
I wouldn't say weakness, but I do like the ladies.
Well, I feel that Twilight is a little too delicate right now to be mixing friends and lovers. I would greatly appreciate it if you would promise me that you will not engage in any inappropriate activities with Twilight.
What? Why are you singling me out? What did I do?
I just feel that you are the most likely to try and woo my student.
Fluttershy might try something.
I promise I won't sleep with Twilight?
Dude!
Loyalty.
I promise.
Excellent. Then your mission is set. I wish I could stay, but I have additional preparations to make. Good luck, Elements. You are dismissed.
Wait.
What?
It's still early in the day. Shy, Pinky and I were going to go get some lunch. Would you care to join us?
Can't. Apparently, I've got to get my family ready for tomorrow.
You're angry because of the assignment.
Angry? Fuck no. I think it's hilarious. We're bound to serve the princess, and because of that, we have no choice but to look after this little bitch. You don't see the humor in it?
Applejack, come on.
Don't give me that shit. I already listened to Celestia try and tell me this ain't no big deal. I don't need you lying to me, too. We are the wielders of the elements of harmony, highly trained, deadly soldiers. Combined with our elements, we are the most dangerous ponies in Equestria and the ultimate protection from our country's enemies. When we enter the battlefield, wars are decided. For 1,000 years, our families have served Celestia and served her well. And now she's asking us, whose talents were cultivated to fight, to fucking full sit.
It's not that bad.
Fuck you, it ain't that bad. This is a mockery of our power and you know it. You want to befriend the little monster? Be my guest. But this is not what I was trained to do. I'll go along with Celestia for now. But this mess better work itself out pretty goddamn quick, because I don't give a flying fuck about her precious Twilight or how misunderstood she is. The sooner this assignment is over, the better.
You know who she is, don't you?
Oh yeah, I know all about Twilight Sparkle's lineage. You know, if it had been up to me, that foal never would have made it into adulthood.
Applejack! You're talking about killing a child.
Yep, a child that grew up ungrateful, biting the hoof that feeds her. From where I'm standing, it looks like Equestria would be a lot better off without her.
Celestia doesn't believe that it's too late for Twilight. I trust her judgment.
Then hopefully you two can be best fucking friends. As for me, I'll do what I have to, nothing more.
Applejack.
I'll see you gals tomorrow. Enjoy your lunch.
The next morning, Twilight woke to find an interesting package awaiting her.
Someone sent you something, Miss Twilight.
What'd you say? What are you holding? Give me that. Looks like it's a book. No sender. It just says, from a friend.
That sounds sketchy as fuck.
Shut up, Spike. Our cause is not dead. Nightmare Moon is the key. Go to Ponyville. The town has allies. You must move quickly. Sweet Apple Acres.
What does it mean?
I'm not positive, but I think I understand. If I'm right, this has some valuable information that isn't safe here. I'm going out to read this. I'll be back.
Wait, what about your voodoo doll?
I can't understand you.
As Twilight took her bait without hesitation, Celestia watched unseen. The old mare had successfully set the stage for Twilight and Spike, the elements of harmony, and her sister. Her plan appeared to be unfolding well, but would it actually succeed? Celestia was confident.
Okay, this place looks pretty safe. Let's see what we've got here. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away? What the fuck? Weird. No, wait. That's not right, is it? Alright, once upon a time, in the magical land